focusing on today's situation and scenario and the employment and unemployment ratio. Rather than sitting a jobless, why can't we try something? Why can't we try as a freelancer, which is in trend? And is this freelancing that easy as people usually talk about freelancing? Or what is this? Let's understand all about today's freelancing and the scenarios and situations of freelancers in this particular COVID scenario and the changes what has happened past couple of years. So let's get into the topic in detail. Hi, this is Deepa signing in on HRDM, Human Resource and Digital Marketing channel. Well, today we are going to talk about freelancing and today's scenario on freelancing and how you can actually become a freelancer. Yes. So basically, first and the most important thing is let's see the introduction of this topic. It's all about the market scenario and the situation and scenario of the freelancers. Well, basically we can see by couple of years the unemployment ratio has been increased and the employment ratio has been decreased. And along with that, there are many technological concepts which is getting into the scenario. That is all about the robotic process or might be all about the automations, etc. etc. So what would be my future? It is really a very big question for every individual who actually earn by working in an organization, who actually depend on their 8 hours work, or who are actually completely dependent on a company, etc. So when this is the scenario, when the technology is overtaking all these things, so what we are going to do and how I'm going to survive myself. Okay, so there is a concept which is now the hottest topic, that is all about the freelancing. So is it that easy that every individual can convert themselves to freelancing? Is it something which is going to give me my bread and butter? So that also I have to see. So now let us understand what is this freelancing and what is the actual scenario, etc. As per the statistical data, this data is given very clearly that on an average 20 lakhs per annum a freelancer is earning. So what are the things actually I'm supposed to do here and who can actually focus on to this? All these details let us see here. First and the foremost important thing is, if you are already onto some job and you are watching all the data, all the statistical data, and at the same time you are watching the motivational stories of many different individuals, and if you get a thought in your mind, let me quit my current job and work for the freelancing. If you have this thought, request you to please take out this thought. Don't even think about quitting your job and starting a work as a freelancer. That you should never do, because freelancing is not that easy as you are thinking. First you have to analyze many different things and then you are supposed to focus onto a particular job. Yes, so before moving ahead, let us understand what is this freelancing. Freelancing is nothing but you are not supposed to work for a job on a salary basis to some other owner or to some other organization. You will be selling your job to an organization as per your flexibility and as per your skills and talents on which you have the better strength, and that can be appreciated by the opposite person. So those kind of work you will be selling to the organization and to the market. So here what happens is you are the boss of your own job. So there is no boss for you. It is all about your individual strength. It is all about your individual thinking. It is all about your self-dependent working, planning, skills, everything altogetherly. This is freelancer. So let's get into in-depth about freelancing. Yes, if you're good in writing, if you're good in photography, if you're good in editing, if you're good in any specific specialization what you are good on to, you can just be a freelancer. But most importantly, if you're unemployed, step ahead and go for this freelancing. Start like working on to how I can become a freelancer. If you are employed, make sure that you are really interested in this particular freelancer. Start a part-time job, not a full-time job, or don't quit your job and go for this freelancing, because freelancing is something which will not estimate your earning, which will not estimate your work, which will not estimate your client then and there, but wherein and at the same time you can say in freelancing you will not get the fixed income monthly. How do you get your salary? So if you are already onto job, make sure that you continue your current job and try to do the part-time work and see the improvements. Just learn things, because there also you are supposed to learn first, then only you can be a strong freelancer. Very true. So for this, what are the things you are supposed to concentrate here? So the first thing is here, you should first analyze why you should become a freelancer. What is the need what is the need of becoming a freelancer? One might be your earning is low. Two might be you are good in presentation, you are good in skills, you are good in many other things, but you are not getting the right pay. And might be the next reason, you are unemployed, you are not finding the right job, because this COVID scenario has converted the employment ratio, has decreased the employment ratio. So might be the reason. So the reasons are so many. So the most initial and the important thing is you are supposed to firstly analyze why you wanted to become a freelancer. What is the goal on becoming a freelancer? First analyze what is your contacts. Do you have the good contacts if you start up a freelancing? And the next thing is research the market. What is the actual requirement for the market? What is the thing which is in demand in the market? That skill is actually your skill. Compare the skills, like what is demanded in the market, and improve your skills. And what are the things which would actually influence to improve your skills? You are supposed to notice all those things as well. Is there something that you are supposed to invest something? You are supposed to invest and take some of the coachings and trainings and many other things. So it is very, very essential that before entering to this particular job, you are supposed to first fix your goal and analyze many different things, understand the situation and scenario, and have the market knowledge. At the same time, make the good contacts. Contacts are one of the very, very important thing which is very, very essential when you are going to start your freelancing job. Yes, focus on to all these things. As there is no specific income here, it is very, very essential that you are supposed to focus on all these things, focus and analyze all these things, and then go for this particular work. And at the same time, once if you are starting your freelancing job and you have got some of the clients, the major thing which you are supposed to see is the clients will not give you the job work all the time. It is something even the client must have the requirement, then only you will be getting the job. So there is no specific time, or there is no specific clients who will be with you for a long duration, or for a specific time, or for a specific projects, etc. So it's very, very essential that you have to plan accordingly and proceed onto this specific freelancing job. And if you finally find you are strong in all these things and you have planned for all these things, so it is very, very essential that you should have a good and a long wait patience. Yes, this is very, very essential. You should have a good patience here. Along with that, you should have a complete proof of planning. Lots and lots of time you are supposed to spend on planning, and lots of patience you should have. If you are failing in some kind of planning, you are supposed to immediately find an opportunity in that failure, rather than thinking about different strategies or structures that I have failed. Is there any ways or no? Never think that. Just think what is the next opportunity I can actually find here. So that is something which is going to give you a step to just think about the next and another further process into a freelancing job. Well, so altogetherly, now I'm here to say you few points specifically on which you are supposed to focus. The first and the most important thing is, if you are finally made a mindset to be a freelancer, set your goal. That is the most important thing. First, make a research in the market, analyze your skills, and set a goal according to all these things. So when you set a goal, make sure that you are clear onto that particular goal. Because what happens is, when you start working, you'll be getting hundreds of thoughts, hundreds of waves will be flowing onto the minds. So at that moment, make sure your goal is clear. Be specific onto your goal. This is the first and the most important thing. Yes. Now let us see the second point. What is the second point? It's all about your skills. Your skill should not be limited. That is something like, if you are a good writer, you should not be only onto writer. Make sure that you just additionally add on one more optional skill. If you are getting low flow into writing skill, make sure that you increase or you encourage yourself to adapt some other skill which is related and relevant to that particular field, which will really support you to just manage the stability by one or the other skill. So it is very important, focus onto your skills. The next and the most important thing is all about who are your targeted clients. When you talk about your skills, when you talk about setting a goal, it is very, very essential that you are supposed to focus onto the targeted clients as well. So the basic thing is, you are supposed to analyze and you are supposed to target those clients who are actually in the peak in the scenario of the market. Yes, so your targeted clients are to be focused, and make sure that you create a contact onto that particular targeted clients, wherein if you start up a freelancer, it is very, very essential that you discuss with the client and you are supposed to analyze that what would be the duration if I target this client, and how I have to plan and progress the targeted clients in a right way. Yes. The next and the most important point is all about how your skills can be converted into your services. Yes, very, very essential thing. When you talk about service, of course, as I said, you have to have different skills, or you have to start adapting skills such that you should maintain the stability over there. So at the same moment here, when I talk about skills, converting it into service, of course, there are many different strategies here you are supposed to understand and analyze. So make sure that you understand, analyze, and fix up the strategies that how you actually deliver your skills as service to the clients and get the 100% positive result from the clients. The client's feedback always matters to get many different clients and to actually express your real effort and work. The next most important thing is all about your identity. What is this identity? Yes, when you are going to become a freelancer, it's very, very essential that you have to create a website, you have to create all your social media accounts, you have to spread your skills everywhere. You are supposed to do the strong marketing in the market by targeting your targeted clients. Yes, very true. When I talk about freelancing, this always plays a very important thing, because the people, the organization is going to trust an individual. So when the organization is really planning to trust an individual, of course, whether it's an individual or whether it is an organization, they will first and the foremost look for your identity, whether you are true freelancer or fake freelancer, because nowadays, specifically in this scenario, the fake people, fake profiles has been increased. So it's very, very essential that you have to create all your social media accounts as well as your website in the strongest way, such that the people will get trust on you. And when you do the marketing, of course, that marketing should create a value, and there should be some lead which comes to you, and you strongly update your skills and present your skills and convert your skills as a sales or a service to the organization or to the clients. So this always plays a very important role. You are supposed to be very active onto all the social media sites, whether it might be a website or whether it might be a marketing platform. So make sure you create a strength of all these platforms, such that you will get the leads directly from the clients rather than you focusing or calling the other clients. Along with all these things, you are supposed to create your strong profile. This is the very essential part altogether. So what is this profile? What are the things you are supposed to add on into profile? Or I can say it as a portfolio as well. So basically what happens is, if you are going to become a freelancer, it is very essential to showcase the market that you have the right qualification, you have the right experience and exposure, you have the right strength, or you have the right awards and achievements in this society, such that you can really be a strength for the organization or for any kind of platforms or a project. So it is very essential. Make a strong profile of your own self and present that profiles everywhere, such that will really appreciate your strategies as well as plan and progress. And then of course that visibility will give the best impression onto the clients, and of course that can be converted as leads. So it is very essential that you are supposed to maintain and create a strong portfolio of yours or a strong profile of yours. So yes, altogether you have to create a good and strong portfolio here. Yes. So these are the major things which is very essential to be a strong freelancer. So yes, it is very important that your confidence, your self-identity, your skills, your planning, everything is yours. You are supposed to be your own business owner. You are the master of your own self. So it is very essential that you have to analyze that what best you can do individually. So analyze it in a correct way and please enter into this field if you are really interested to be a freelancer. Currently, if you are unemployed and if you are really looking for some job, you can confidently step into this particular freelancer field. And if you want some of the tips onto this freelancing, like plans or anything, you can please write onto my email ID, as I keep on receiving some of the emails related to some of the HR activities. I think if I get an email onto this as well, I would be very happy to help you guys. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this video is really going to be very useful to the people specifically who are unemployed, or to the people who are really planning to start something of their own self. So yes, this is the right time. Plan it, and professionally you can start up these kind of freelancing activities. Thank you so much, and stay safe, stay confident. See you soon in the next video. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.